So I'm Nancy Moore, and I have traveled from Dallas, Texas to Lee Summit, Missouri, and I am here at the Ganzer Cemetery, which is our historical ancestral family cemetery where my great-great-great-grandparents, Andreas and Elizabeth Ganzer, are buried. We're having a cleanup day. The folks that tend to the cemetery and some of the descendants of the Ganzer family are having a cleanup day in the cemetery today. It's an annual event, and I'm about to meet new cousins that I've never met before. Distant cousins, but for real cousins. So I'm really excited, and I'm going to document my adventure. Okay, here we go. We're getting out of the truck. Ready? Let's go. I wore my work boots. They're mowing. I can hear the mower going. It's pretty hilly around here. I'm not used to all these hills because I grew up in flatland, Dallas, Texas, river bottoms. It's going to be a long walk down here. Sure is pretty country. Take a look. Here comes somebody on a lawnmower.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Nancy.
I'm Dave.
Hi, Dave. What's your last name?
Hartman.
Oh, you're Dave Hartman.
But I'm not related to anybody down there.
But you live, what, adjacent?
Right there.
So tell me, I'm recording this for my posterity's sake. So tell me, do you all actually own the cemetery land?
No. The cemetery comes out of a rectangle out of the land that we own. It's like we've got a thing like Oklahoma now. It's where we got a panhandle. It's got a
Right.
Yeah, we got everything from this fence line over to the other side of our house. There's a little white church.
I see. So there's a divot.
Yeah, and then from the fence line up here all the way down into the valley behind us.
Okay.
It goes down 1,300 feet. You've got like 600 feet on the fence line here and there, and 88 feet across.
Wow. And when did you move in there?
My in-laws owned that house for probably 40 years. And they made the addition on the back end. I think that Jim and Phyllis really loved this area. He helped with the things going on around here in the cemetery and stuff, and they ended up buying a plot. They're buried up here.
Oh, okay.
And my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my wife, and I are all going to be buried there as well.
Wow, how cool.
Yeah. And then when they got too sick to take care of the house, my father-in-law passed away. My mother-in-law couldn't handle it anymore. We ended up, my wife and I bought the house from her brother and sister, and we've gone ahead and just continued working with the cemetery, just doing stuff that we can. So.
What a cool story. What a cool guy. All right. I'm going to venture on down to see what's up down yonder and see if I can help out.
Okie dokie. Sounds like a plan.
I'm documenting this so I can show it to my family back home in Dallas.
Yeah, right now we're using clippers and stuff and clearing around the headstones. So
okay,
there's tools down there.
Sorry I'm late. I had to give a voice lesson.
That's okay.
Okay. Onward through the fog. Onward through the graveyard fog. Let's see. Sure are some pretty pine trees. I just can't believe that. I mean, this is where my great-great-great-grandparents, they were born in like 1820. And they came from Germany, long way across the Atlantic Ocean. And they came all the way here to Missouri from the East Coast. And it was not easy to travel back then. They came before the trains. And they're buried here, and we're going to see their stone here in a minute. somebody trimming with a weed eater. Now here's Charles Ganzer. I just read a story about him in the Kansas City Star. So Charles helped build the German church that was here. And he and some guy, last name of Smith, they were carrying the timbers to build the church on not a covered wagon, just a regular wagon, horse-drawn wagon. And the whole hitch, team of 2 horses, men, wagon, and timbers, the bridge collapsed and they all fell into the river. The horses were killed instantly. But the men came out pretty well unscathed. And that was a pretty amazing story because they almost died doing that. Talked about the horse blood all over them when they got to the bottom of the ravine. But they survived. They were tough buzzards, the Ganzers. And here's one of them. Here's the matriarch of the family, Elizabeth, wife of A.J. Ganzer. So that would be Elizabeth, wife of Andreas Ganzer. And so she and Andreas are buried right here. Yep, there's Andreas. And now if I can just find August somewhere, I'll be happy. I'm thinking this is Christine. Hey, cousin Christine. I'm making a video of this for the documentary.
I got a sweat going on here.
Hi,
cousin!
That's so badass! Oh my God! So like, our DNA, yours and mine, we go right back to Germany.
Right.
And to those folks buried right there, resting right there.
Well, my great-great-grandparents.
So they are my great-great-great, my 3 greats.
Because my great-grandfather is here, and Grandma, Charles and Augusta.
Oh,
so Charles is their son.
All right.
And then my grandfather is his son.
Okay, so Charles, I was just telling the story about Charles. Do you know the story about when they crashed through the bridge?
I don't know that one.
Okay.
I found out he had a pickle company.
Wow.
That went under.
Wow. That's very German, a pickle company. Okay, so Charles and a guy last name of Smith. I just read this in the Kansas City Star yesterday. Charles and some other guy were hauling timbers to build that German church that's no longer here.
Okay.
They were hauling timbers on a wagon with a team of horses, a 2-horse hitch. They were going across a bridge.
Mike, tell us, this is our cousin Ruth. Ruth, come here and listen to this story.
Here comes Ruth. Who's Ruth the daughter of?
Ruth is Maria's granddaughter.
Maria.
Their daughter. Is Maria your great-grandmother? Great-grandmother. Great-great.
So Maria was a daughter of Andreas and
Correct.
Elizabeth?
Correct.
Wait a minute.
She
was my mother's grandmother.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's my great.
Yeah, which was their daughter, right?
I'm sorry.
Which was Augusta, Elizabeth and Andreas' granddaughter, Maria.
Maria was, yes,
Their
their daughter, and she was my grandfather's mother. So, my grandfather was Hartley.
Cool. Well, nice to meet you.
Nancy from Texas.
I get a hug. I drove all this way. I'm getting a hug.
Okay. And how is Nancy? Yours?
Okay, so Nancy Moore. So Andreas and Elizabeth had a son amongst all of their sons. They had one named August.
Right.
Both August and your great-great-grandfather, Charles, both of them married girls named Augusta.
Really?
Yes, so there's 2 Augusta.
There's another August buried here too.
That's it had a different different last name. Kozlowski, I think.
I think there's another one.
Okay.
They had a tendency back then, if one died, they had another one, they named it the same name. Don't ask me why they did that way back then, but they did that.
Here comes David again.
David
Okay.
is Ruth's husband.
Oh.
No, he's not.
Oh, no, he's not. Okay.
No,
Okay.
he's not my husband.
Okay. But you both
we're
live
getting
here?
things worked out
Or
here.
no?
No,
No.
I don't live here.
Oh, I thought you lived right next door.
No, he lives right
He
next
lives
door.
right next door.
I don't. He is not related,
Okay.
but he is a wonderful friend to the cemetery.
Okay.
And his wife's parents are buried here.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Okay, so
not my husband. Although I would be proud if he was.
Yeah.
He's a fine, upstanding man.
he sure is. So
But the Ganzer used to own all that land, right?
Oh yeah.
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 They owned all
they
this
had
land.
2,000 acres.
Yeah.
Along the little blue river bottom.
Yeah.
oh wow. All right, so Andreas and Elizabeth had one of their sons was named August. August lived in Dallas at one point and met my great-great-grandmother, Augusta. And they got married in 1874 in Dallas. So they were August and Augusta,
Named all their children July, September.
just about. But they
I got anime.
they moved from Dallas up to here. So August and Augusta lived here, probably with
Yeah.
Andreas and Elizabeth,
Yeah.
or next door to them or something. No doubt they were very near. And 6 years into their marriage, August died tragically. The only story that I have heard from anyone that knows anything in our family is that they think he fell through ice on a frozen pond or lake, or drowned or got pneumonia. There was some accident that happened and then an illness and he died. I cannot find August. He may be buried here, but he died in 1880. And I know that the oldest marked grave here is 1885 and it's an infant. So I can't find August, and it would be my dream to find August. So that's that will be the name of this documentary, Finding August.
So we're gonna look on the Missouri Jackson County website. You can,
Yep.
deaths. You
Okay.
can search deaths,
All right.
and then it'll bring up the death certificate if he's buried here. Oh, he died. It's pre. They only goes up to 1891.
See?
Yeah.
There you go. So he might have been buried before the cemetery was actually a cemetery. He might have. I mean, this was part of the homestead, though.
Yeah, they buried them on.
They had to have been. He
Oh,
has
yeah.
to just be unmarked.
I thought there was one that's called AJ.
Well, that's Andreas J.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this off so I'm